You probably clicked on this video because your iPad home screen looks like this, and you want it to look like my thumbnail like this. So grab your iPad and let's get started. I'm gonna show you step by step on how I do everything, including all the apps I use, which are all free. First thing we're gonna do is start with the lock screen because what is this? This is so boring. And we're not just gonna change the wallpaper to something else. I'm gonna show you how to make a wallpaper that changes based on how you're using your iPad vertically or horizontally. Now to start with the lock screen, we will need two apps, Pinterest and Canva. So as you already know, Pinterest has millions of different pictures, and this is great for our wallpaper. So the aesthetic that I'm going for is lavender and purple, and here are all my searches for it. So I searched up lavender wallpaper, and this gives a bunch of wallpapers that I can actually use. The next thing I have here is lavender aesthetic. Also the same thing, it's wallpapers and just different lavender pictures. And for the lock screen, I'm not gonna go with those wallpapers and aesthetics. I actually specifically wanted a vision board. And just so you know, if you see something that you like and want to download, just tap on the picture, go to the three dots and then download image. And that way it's gonna go to your Photos app. You'll need one image that's vertical and one image that's horizontal. So I also searched up lavender aesthetic vision board horizontal. And there you go, there's a bunch of them as well. And it's the same process to download it. Now I already have mine downloaded. I chose this one as my vertical, and then I chose this one as my horizontal picture. Now once you have your horizontal picture, all you'll do is go to Canva. Again, all the apps that I show or things that I do for the customization is going to be free. Now on Canva, we're gonna create that image that's going to go from vertical to horizontal, and it's super easy. We're gonna go to create, then we're gonna go to custom size, and then for width and height, we're gonna put 5,000 by 5,000, and then create new design. And there you go, we have it now. The next thing, we're gonna go to uploads and then upload the two files, the horizontal and vertical images. And the next thing is to go to upload files, photo library, and choose those two pictures, the horizontal and the vertical pictures. So now all we have to do is just tap and tap. From here, we're gonna move the horizontal one to the top and the vertical one to the bottom. Make sure that both are in the middle so it's easier to do. And now as you can see, the horizontal one is way too wide. And what we'll do with that is just tap on it and then pinch in. And for this one, we're gonna pinch out to make it a little larger and also make sure that it's right in the middle. And I'm going to zoom in to make sure that there's no line in between both of them. And there you go, now you have both the vertical and the horizontal together. To download it, all you have to do is go to share, download, and then just download JPEG. Then you're gonna get this pop up and just tap on save image. Now that the image is downloaded and done, I want you to go to your control panel and make sure that this lock is not on. So now let's just go to the gallery, go to the picture, and then press on the share button. Then press on use as wallpaper. This is okay, do not worry. We're gonna pinch into our first vertical photo and make sure that it fills in the whole space. And once you're happy with how this looks, you're going to tilt your iPad horizontally. And as you can see, it does not look great, but you're going to want to pinch in until the top one, which is the vertical photo, fills in the whole page. And once you're done with that, watch what happens. I'm gonna turn it vertically, and as you can see, we have two different wallpapers for when the iPad is vertical versus when the iPad is horizontal. When it comes to customizing, I always make sure that I also get a cute case that will match the aesthetic. ESR is the brand that I go for all of my new Apple products, including this iPad. And that's because their cases don't just protect, they're useful and versatile. This is ESR's Shift Magnetic case, and you can use it in 5 different ways. You can place it like this for when you're watching a show or FaceTiming your friends, and it's so convenient. And then if you want to watch something vertically like shorts or TikToks, then you can detach and reattach the case this way. This case is magnetic and sturdy, so it won't slide off. And here's another way that you can use this case and position your iPad, and it works so well for handwritten notes or creative work. And in this position, you can also put it vertically, and it will be easier to have handwritten notes as well. And as you can see, this case has 2 parts to it. So when you want to game on your iPad, you do not have to have the whole case on, and your iPad will still be protected. And when you're done with your iPad, you can magnetically attach the stylus to the side of the case. And if you want it to be more secure, there's a sleeve in the back of the case that you can put your stylus in. And because this case is magnetic, you can attach it to metal surfaces like your fridge or a whiteboard. Thanks to ESR for sponsoring this portion of the video, and you guys can go ahead and check out the link in the description for this case. And now we can get into the time and widgets. So for time, I do like it to be on the first font, and that's because it actually changes the size of it. And I'll go for a little bit larger, and then if I tap on it, I can also choose a color that I want for the font. I never choose from the grid, I actually go to the spectrum because it gives me more options, and I can find the actual color that would match the wallpaper. Now as for the top where it says Sunday, March 29th, I can actually actually add all of these different widgets. Now, of course, we have to add widgets because why does your iPad lock screen not have widgets? And here I'd like to display all my batteries. Then I'm gonna go to calendar and I like to display the whole month in advance. I do also want to have reminders for when I have the reminders. So I'm gonna choose the bigger one. And I also add ChatGPT, just the icon, and Spotify, just the icon. Now that that's settled, as you can see, it's so hard to see where the widgets are and what it says on the widgets. So what I'm gonna do now is actually change everything to white. And as you can see, I did all my widgets and the time, and now when I turn my iPad, all of that widget and time progress is done. So I am going to make the time larger here as well. And as of widgets, I'm only going to add ChatGPT, Spotify, and now once I'm happy with my vertical and horizontal lock screens, all I have to do is press on add. Now we're not gonna set these lock screen wallpapers as our home screen wallpapers too. So what I'm gonna do is just press on customize home screen. And for now, let's just press on done. If you find this video helpful so far, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications for future videos. Now that the lock screen is all ready, let's get into this boring home screen. And we're gonna redo everything. And that's because you will never see me using a default iPad. Now for the home screen, we're not gonna worry about the wallpaper just yet. Instead, we're gonna go to settings. From here, scroll down and then go to home screen and app library. Then what you'll wanna do is for newly downloaded apps, you're gonna go to app library only and make sure that it's checkmarked. And this way, when you download a new app, it's not going to go on the home screen that you just customized. It's going to get downloaded to the app library only. Now for dock, I don't know about you, but I really do not like the look of it. So it shows the app library right here in the dock. I don't like it, so I'm gonna turn it off. And then show suggested and recent apps in dock. And that's when you open an app, it basically shows it to you right here as the most recent open apps. I don't like that as well, so I'm gonna turn it off. And as you can see, it disappeared. In the dock itself, I only wanna see apps that I actually intentionally put in there. So now that this is done, we can start with the home screen. So what I like to do is actually clean all of the home screen by just removing everything, and I mean everything, even the apps. But for the apps, make sure when you remove them, you don't delete the app, you actually remove from home screen alone, and that will make sure that you're not deleting the app off of the iPad completely, and instead it's just gonna get saved in the app library. You're just removing it from the home screen itself. So I'm gonna continue removing all of the apps and widgets that I have. Now as you can see, I've cleared out everything from the home screen, even in the dock. Now it's time to choose the wallpaper for the home screen. Again, make sure you go to Pinterest and search it up on Pinterest. And for the home screen, because there's gonna be a lot of apps and widgets, we're not gonna go for anything that's busy, just like we did with the lock screen. We're actually gonna go for something that's lighter and maybe like one toned color. So for that, I'd suggest either searching up aesthetic or just wallpaper. So color, aesthetic, or color wallpaper. And I already have a few in mind, like this one, or this one for myself. So I'll just press and hold on the home screen, go to edit, and then go to wallpaper. From here, I'm gonna go to photos and choose the one that I just talked about. I can either blur the wallpaper completely, and this is how it would look, which I do not like. So I'm gonna unblur it and then press on done. First, I'm gonna create widgets and I'm gonna choose Widgetsmith. Here, I will create all of my photo widgets. I just have to press on plus, then start with small widgets and go to photo. I'm just gonna use one photo for this specific widget. So choose from photos and I'm going to choose this one. Press on the check mark and just save. And this is how you create a small photo widget. I'm gonna create 7 more small widgets that are photos. Again, all of the pictures I found off of Pinterest. So just create the same way, just plus. Basically just create total of 8 small widgets. Now, as you can see, I created 8 small photo widgets. All of them are on theme with the lavender. They all look like they would fit together. So now I'll need one medium widget, which is this one. So I'm gonna go with that, and also photo. Choose from photos, and I'll go with this quote one. And you can actually make it larger by just pinching in and adjusting. And once you're happy, you can just press on the check mark and save. And now I'll need 2 large photo widgets. Photo, choose from photos, and that's it. All my photo widgets are done. Now I'm gonna go to the home screen. I put my iPad vertically so it's easier for you to see what I do next. I'm just gonna long press on the home screen, go to edit, and then add widget. And now I'm going to go to Widgetsmith and add every single widget. So we're gonna start with small widgets, add widget. Right away, I can choose which widget I want. I'm gonna go with photo number 1 and press. And as you can see, I have the first widget. And now I'm gonna do this with every single widget, even the medium ones and the large ones. Now all the widgets are on my home screen, and now I'm gonna create another widget with Widgetsmith, and that's going to be a calendar. So right here, I'm gonna go to medium again, but instead of photo, we're gonna actually use a calendar. If you scroll all the way down, you're gonna get to custom. So tap on it, and from here, you can actually choose the color that fits the background of your home screen. So I'm just gonna make a lavender color, and then I'm gonna go back to the font and switch it back to the one that I liked. I think it was this one, and save. Save again, and now it should change. There we go. And now we can finally work on the layout of these widgets. I'm gonna move this large one to the very top up here, and I'm gonna keep this large one down here. Now for the first medium, I'm gonna put it up here, and for the second medium, I'm gonna move it right below the large one. And now I can move these 4 to the bottom. This one is still a busy wallpaper, so I'm gonna go to edit, and I'm gonna choose this one, but what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna blur it out, and this way it's like a washed out color, but there are like so many different colors. So I'm gonna press on done, and this is how it looks so far. I like this actually so much more because you can see the widgets. And now as you can see, I left this middle part, and I left it out intentionally because this is where our apps are gonna go. So I'm gonna go back to the app library, and I'm gonna move the apps that I actually want on my home screen. And now that the apps filled out the middle spot, I'm gonna work on the dock, and I'm just gonna bring back the apps that I most likely will use every single day. So I added the apps that I most likely will use every single day to the dock, and now let's customize the app tint. I'm gonna go to edit and go to customize. Usually I would go for tinted, but I really don't want everything completely to be purple. So I'm gonna go to clear instead, and then I'm gonna press on the sun icon, and that will make everything brighter, as you can see. And also, I do not like how I see the names of the apps right below the apps. I'm going to press on this button that most of you don't know. I'm gonna press on them, and as you can see, it removes the names on the bottom of the app. It looks very clean and nice. Now, if you tilt your iPad this way, this is how it's going to look. I actually do like that it looks like this as well. It looks very intentional. Now that the first page of the home screen is done, the second page is gonna get so interesting. If you got an iPad, that means that you like to be productive. And I'm gonna show you how I stay productive with the second page on my home screen. We're gonna go to reminders and create reminders for every single day, Monday to Sunday. So I'm gonna press on this little icon up here and name it Monday. The color doesn't matter if you choose or you don't choose, and the icons also do not matter. Then I'm gonna press on this and it adds it in. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for each day of the week, but for Saturday and Sunday, I'm actually going to be combining them. So I'm gonna do Sat plus Sun. And there you go, we have all the days of the week, and now we can add them into the home screen. So I'm gonna long press, gonna slide to add one more page, edit, go to add widget, and select reminders. And now I'm going to add 6 small widgets, and all of them are going to be reminders. And now I will move them all to the left side, and now I can press on each one and add a reminder. First one is Monday, press, it's going to add. Second one is Tuesday, and continue doing the same thing for each day. Now that all of them are on the home screen, we can press on done. And what's so cool about these reminders is that you can actually press on these and you can add a new reminder. Let's say for Monday, you've got math homework. You're gonna put math homework and then press on check mark. If you go back, you will see that you have math homework down here, and there's gonna be a little circle right by it. So what you're gonna do, if you press on the circle, it removes that reminder off of the list. This will help you stay productive. So on Saturday or Sunday, you're gonna go onto this page and see what you've completed during the week. You don't have to create new reminders, you just have to go back to each reminder, tap, and put all your reminders for the week. You don't have to set a time or date for these reminders, just put them in as bullet points and just toggle them off as you complete them. So this is what it would actually look like if you filled all of them out. And again, all you have to do is just press if you completed it and it will disappear. What you could also do is move all of these, put them right here instead of these 5 widgets. And that way you don't have to create a second page, but I will leave the second page up to you because I know a lot of you have a lot of apps and you can fill out the rest of the page with apps. And this is a quick example of what you can put in, like your social media and then all the other apps or even widgets. One thing I would give a try to is actually Ice Cream. It has a bunch of widgets that you can try. Some of them are paid and some of them you have to watch an ad for. Let's see if we can get this Taylor Swift one. I can go to background and then change it to like purple lavender color. And as you can see, I need to watch an ad to unlock it. These ads that you watch usually take like 30 seconds up to a minute, which is not that bad. And now that we watched the ad, as you can see, it saves to my widgets. And now all I have to do is just add a medium ice cream widget. I'm gonna tap, go to choose, and then choose the scrolling lyric one. And then tap, and there we go. And then I'm gonna just press on done, and we have the Taylor Swift song on our home screen. And that's it. I hope you found this video helpful. And thanks to ESR for sponsoring this video. Again, you can find the links to this case down below in the description. Until later, bye!